All right, thank you so much. My name is Omotayo Okewunmi, and I have the honor of being the moderator for this very lovely event. I like that we're all smiles, all calm, and so I want this energy all through the event because we're here for something very important, and it's so dear to me because a lot of times professionals work year year on and they never get the chance to be celebrated this way. So we are indeed doing something very remarkable, and I want us to be all smiles till the very end, because I certainly know that we're going to have a lot of fun, and we would remember this evening for a long time with smiles on our faces. Before we go straight into the program proper, we clearly have three-course meal for this event. And so we would like for those who are here earlier to start with the starters. So we could just go proceed outside through the exit. We have the table sets to have our starters. We'll do that in about 10 minutes. Once we have it, please come in, settle down. Once you're settled, we proceed with the rest of the program. Good evening once again, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. All right, thank you. It's more like it. So I look forward to further response as we continue. I know we have top CEOs and very important people in the room, but I'd like for us to, as much as possible, make this an evening of relaxation because this is clearly a memorable event and we want us to have as much fun as possible as we celebrate a wonderful man who we hold dear to our hearts. I like the choice of word the branding shows. It says honoring a legacy of dedication and excellence. I like the intentionality, and this goes to show that you are not just having this gathering for gathering's sake, but you are very deliberate as to what you're putting out there and how much you value the celebrant today. So can we put our hands together for the distinguished man we're celebrating this evening in front of bosses? And so what that does is that holding the mic gives me that authority to ask the chairman, for example, to say something, and he would do it because I'm the MC. So that is really so much power, and I know that we'll definitely have fun today. As we move on this very important event, I'd like to invite our dear MD CEO to come give the welcome remark at this event. Please put your hands together for the distinguished woman of honor, Bukola Smith, MDCU FSDH Merchant Bank. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. A round of applause for her. She makes her way to a seat. That was our welcome address, and so that does not preclude you from giving your testimonial when the time comes. But that was a beautiful thing to say about the celebrant today. First, I have the honor of acknowledging the presence of the chairman. When he stepped in, someone said, that's your guy, pata pata at the top. And I had to adjust myself to properly greet the Oga. Please, a round of applause for Chairman FSDH, Femi Agad. Non-Executive Director, FSDH, Merchant Bank. A round of applause for Professor Isabella Elizabeth. You're welcome, we're happy to have you. And we have another non-executive director, independent, Mr. Godwin Ishe Iyamo. So I have the honor of acknowledging another non-executive director. Please put your hands together for Mr. Musa Alibaba, independent. Then we have the chairman, FSDH Capital, Mr. Rilwan Bello Osage. You're welcome, sir. Also, I have the honor of acknowledging all FSDA staff, current and past, present in this room. Please put your hands together for yourself. You are indeed a valuable member of this audience and would like to thank you. And we have family and friends of our celebrants. Please, a round of applause for the family and friends of the celebrants. Thank you so much. We look forward to your glowing comments and your testimonial about our wonderful, wonderful celebrant. Right now, we'll just see the video that says a bit about, because we clearly cannot summarize a very great man in few minutes. This is just 10 minutes snippet of who Taiwo OTT is. Please watch. Thank you. Congratulations, Mr. OTT. This is clearly an evening that you should be very proud of. And all of those roles summarized in few words must have come with some hard work, some challenges, and some breakthroughs. So this is clearly not doing justice to how much work he has done, but we are glad that he is alive to witness this day, and we wish him well as he move on with other projects in life. So we've come to the part where you tell us who Taiwo Titi is to you, beyond this profile, beyond this very admirable accomplishment. How would you describe the man we're celebrating? So we clearly have different categories of people to talk about him. So we'll start with ex-FSDH staff. So we would like for you to signify first, but if you don't signify, please, I have the authority by the power vested in me with this microphone. I can walk up to you and ask you to say something. So ex-FSDH staff, I'd like to say something about the celebrants. Thank you so much. Please put your hands together for him. I like how very explicit and detailed it was. And this is just to encourage every other person who will be saying one or two things about the celebrant, because I attend wake-ups and I hear what people say when people are long gone. And I'm pinching myself to say, only if this man can just wake up to hear all of this. So this is an evening for you to say everything you want to say, because it's right here with us. And the fact that it's out of FSDH does not mean he would not aspire to do greater things. So let him carry these words with him as he moves on to other projects to say, if they think of me this way, then it means I need to continue on this path. And feel free to also say things that you are not happy with, right? There is freedom of speech. All right, thank you so much. Is this not a good time to ask the chairman if I can submit my application? Because if this is such a great place to work, then I think I should join the team. But this is a worthy comment for an organization. You do not hear many organizations have such sterling comments by a member of staff who has worked before. So a round of applause for the management team and every leader who makes this happen. Thank you. This more or less sounds like, if I can survive Utiti, who are you that I cannot survive? And I like the fact that he stepped into that division and he turned things around. Not many people are able to do that. And this goes to show that we're clearly celebrating a man of value, a man that is actually worthy of all the celebration and accolades we're giving to him. So before we go to friends and family, you look like someone that will be able to describe Mr. Otiti. So create a scenario where things are not clearly going on the way he had envisioned it. How will he react? So I'm looking at his mannerism, his body language. What would be the first words he would say? How will he put his words together to address that situation? If you get what I mean. So in his voice now.
It's the one lady I cannot take you 3 weeks to do. Well, Mr. Otiti is very collected, you know.
Thank you so much. Please a round of applause for him, Mr. Hazen. And so in Gen Z language, we will say that Mr. Otiti is one who has a lot of steez.
Oh, yeah.
Always composure 100%. Not losing a steez at all. All right. You know, people that don't want to talk are people that have more valuable things to say. So he was clearly saying no, but if you listen to him, you will be sure that there is a lot he has to say. So, sir, please a round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. And so you had to tell him to stand up. I knew there was something about you, sir. Please, if you're just coming in, we have starters already. People in here have had their starters, so please do well to have your starters and join us. Thank you. And so we will use each letters in his name to give us a word that best describes him. So T, Anybody? Oh, great, talented. I love that. Please a round of applause for her. Talented. So who wants to give me an A? Achiever, right? Please a round of applause for the celebrant is an achiever. I? Intelligence, innovative. Great. I love that. W? I didn't get that. Workaholic. Somebody said wise. Somebody said wisdom. Great. I love that. How about O? Oga. Oga at the top. Omoluabi. Please a round of applause. So we have two O's actually. How about the second O, which starts OTT? The second O, any other word that describes him? Aside from Omoluabi and Oga at the top. What? Organized. That's so great to hear. How about T? Technology. Okay. So when we see TOTT, we see technology. That this is technology personified. All right, great. There's a round of applause for him. Then we have I. Integrity. Wow, that's commendable. Please a round of applause for him. Integrity. Another T. Trust. Tenacity. Great. Then we have I. What's the final I? Ideas. Brilliant. I love that. Inspiring. Yeah, that goes to say about the testimony a staff who worked with him because he inspired them to do great things. And he rightly said that because of his entry, they were recognized by the organization. They got promotions by the reason of one man being their boss. And that goes to say much about the man we're celebrating this evening. And so if you've come from far and near, this is certainly a worthwhile evening. And I want us to soak in with everything we'll be discussing. And please feel free to say all that you need to say because it's right here sitting in front of us to hear all that we have to say. With all the sterling commendation, don't you think you should run for political office in Nigeria? Because these are the qualities of people we need to change the trajectory of the nation. So you should consider that. I will certainly vote for you, sir. Just tell me your party. I will vote for you. Now, it's important that we do this because this is something many of us here might never get to see outside this room. Is cool, calm, and collected, focused, dedicated. And someone mentioned he has a good sense of humor. But something tells me he's a good dancer. So, DJ, let's give him a music. Let him dance before he responds, because he's indeed a man worthy to be celebrated. Music, please. He's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us, and so say all of us, and so say all of us, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. Hooray! Congratulations to you. The family and friends will have all members of staff. All right, so members of his directorate, please. Let's join him, directorate.
See my beautiful ladies in the house. It's time to be
Let's book it down. Let's go. One time, two times.
And so we've come to the end of an amazing event. I'm sure every guest who was part of this ceremony could attest to the fact that it was such a joyous moment. And we're so glad that the FSDH Merchant Bank family have a swell time celebrating Taiwo Titi, Executive Director, Operations, Information and Technology. Taiwo certainly left a footprint, and I'm sure all members of staff have him to thank for the incredible innovation, the legacy of excellence he brought on board. And I'm just very glad and excited to have been the master of ceremonies at this very joyous event. So I can help you create same memory at your next event. My name is Omotayo Okewunmi or Tayo the Voice. I look forward to hosting that lovely event that matters to you the most.